It is important to understand how countries are compared all over the world. There are different ways for comparison of countries all over the world. The countries were compared based on different factors from the past to present. Initially, the comparison of countries was done based on national income. When countries were compared based on national income, the countries with more number of people reported more national income. The countries with less number of people reported less national income. Even though countries like Sri Lanka had very good income when compared to country like India, their rank was well below India due to population of India. So it was not considered as correct method. So comparison of countries based on national income was replaced with comparison of countries based on per capita income. Per capita income is nothing but average income. The formula for calculating per capita income is total income by total population. The total income of all the earning people will be distributed among all the people in India. When it was done, what happens? Average income value will be obtained. When countries were compared based on per capita income, there were different kinds of problems. The most important problem was averages. As averages don't show disparities, comparison of countries based on per capita income did not project the real situation in those countries. The responsibility was given to World Bank for comparison of countries based on per capita income. The World Bank classified countries as high income countries, low income countries and middle income countries. The countries with average income of $12,055 was considered as high income country. The country with per capita income of $955 or less was considered as low income country. The country with per capita income between $955 and $12,055 was considered as middle income country. India's per capita income was between $955 and $12,055, so India was considered as middle income country. The next method followed for comparison of countries was the best method. It was comparison of countries based on HTI rankings. These HTI rankings will be published in Human Development Report released by UNDP. UNDP means United Nations Development Program. It is part of UNO. The factors considered for comparison of countries by UNDP were education, health and income levels. The standards of education, health and income will be considered for HTI rankings. India got a rank of 130 based on health, education and income levels. As this followed, most of the important areas in society, most of the people all over the world, most of the countries all over the world accepted HTI rankings as best method for comparison of countries all over the world. Consider this example for better understanding of averages and disparities. Here, this example shows country A and country B. 3 persons are considered from country A and 3 persons are considered from country B. When we consider country A, first person with income of 20,000, second person with income of 500, third person with income of 1000. When we calculate average of 3 persons, the average is 7,166. In the second country, the first person is earning 6,000, the second person is earning 4,000, the third person is earning 5,000. The average is 5,000. But when we compare country A with country B based on per capita income, the problem is there are more gap, there are more gaps in country A from income of one person to another. But in the case of country B, the gap or difference between incomes of different people are very less. So, as averages don't show disparities, consideration of average for comparison of countries was considered as wrong method, so it was replaced with Human Development Index. In the next topic, we will discuss about how India got rank 130 and how different countries in Asia were given different HTI rankings based on their education, health and income levels. Here we can see the per capita income of Sri Lanka is highest with $11,326. India's per capita income is second. India's per capita income is important for us. It is 6,386. When we talk about least per capita income held by Nepal, that is 2,471. The next column that is shown here is life expectancy at birth. In life expectancy at birth, India's life expectancy at birth is 68.8. The highest life expectancy in neighboring countries held by Sri Lanka with 75.5 years. The life expectancy at birth in India is 68.8 years. The life expectancy is least in Pakistan with 66.6 years. When we talk about the next column, the next column is literacy rates. The literacy rates of Myanmar and Sri Lanka are well above. Sri Lanka well above 92, Myanmar well above 93, 93.1 Myanmar and 92 above Sri Lanka. When we talk about literacy rate of India, it is 74.04 in 2011 and the least literacy rate was found in Pakistan with just 60%. That is why its rank is 150 and our rank is 130. The country with the highest HA rank from our neighboring countries is Sri Lanka and the least is Pakistan. Followed by we have our closest country in terms of STI is Bangladesh with rank 136. The remaining countries are close to 153 countries. Nepal, Myanmar and Pakistan are 140. These countries with ranks 148, 149 and 150. Three continuous ranks held by these three countries. This is how the comparison of countries was done by Human Development Index. Through Human Development Index. First, per capita income is considered, followed by life expectancy at birth and literacy rate. Based on these three factors, the ranks were given for different countries all over the world. When these ranks are given, when India rank is so low, that is 130, how we can go for improvement in these rankings? It is important for government to provide public facilities where people can use them without paying any amount. Most of the poor people in India, 270 million poor people in India are suffering with different kinds of problems. Their problems must be addressed carefully by government. Even though government is trying to provide different kinds of schemes to poor people like PDS, public distribution system. They are trying to feed people properly so that their health condition or their strength is more. Public distribution system is a system that supplies free food grains to people living in India. They are also implementing different schemes for providing free education to children to increase literacy rates. They are supporting poor through different kinds of programs. But even after all this, our health standards and education standards are very low. We have to focus more on improving health and education standards in India. Then, how we can improve our health and education standards can be explained by taking example from Himachal Pradesh. When we take example of Himachal Pradesh, its infant mortality rate is very less, that is 25. It is less than most of the states in India. Its literacy rate is 84 and its net attendance ratio is also 67, well above most of the states in India. That is why its STA rank is better. How this happened in Himachal Pradesh? We know that Himachal Pradesh is located in hilly region. Accessing going to different villages will be very difficult. Construction of roads and transport system will be very difficult in those areas. How they succeeded in getting 84% of literacy and better health standards. Let's consider different points related to education in Himachal Pradesh. When average spending on child in India was 1049 per child, the average spending in Himachal Pradesh was 2005 rupees in the year 2005. The government took active measures in promoting education and health standards in Himachal Pradesh. When people are educated, they will be aware of their health and they will take proper care about their health also. That was considered by Himachal Pradesh government, and they promoted education by constructing more and more schools in almost every village. The schools were given proper facilities like toilets, drinking water, fans, proper benches and qualified teachers. When qualified teachers were appointed, when teachers taught students with lot of enthusiasm, the children developed love towards school and teachers. Most of them attended school and literacy rates came from very lowest level to highest level, that is 84% by 2011. What else was done? What was the role played by women in Himachal Pradesh? The role of women was very important in Himachal Pradesh, as most of them were educated. They played an active role in politics and social life. They established Mahila Mandals. Through Mahila Mandals, they participated actively in political and social matters. Most of the problems in society were addressed by women in Himachal Pradesh. Most of the educated women realized the importance of education to their children, especially girl children. Most of the girl children were encouraged to attend school. That is why net attendance ratio in Himachal Pradesh is very high at 67%. With support of government, with support of teachers, with support of parents and especially educated women, literacy rates in Himachal Pradesh went up and it became a role model for most of the states all over India. By following different measures, by taking proper care, India's SHA rankings can be improved in coming years, but government and people living in India must concentrate very seriously to promote health and education standards of India. Not only in terms of SHA ranking, in terms of girl education, in terms of boys education, Himachal Pradesh is well above India's average. When we take comparison based on 1993 and 2006, when we talk about girls education, girls above 6 years of age with 5+ years of education, in Himachal Pradesh 39 in 1993, their number went up to 60 by 2006. In the same time period, India's average went up from 28 to 40. 39 became 60 in Himachal Pradesh, 28 became 40 in India. Number of boys aged above 6 with minimum 5+ years of education were 57 in 1993. Number went up to 75 by 2006. When we talk about India's average, it went up from 51 to 57. The growth of 5+ years of education in Himachal Pradesh in boys and girls is well above India's average. That is why its STA ranking is 3, and most of the states in India can take Himachal Pradesh as role model for development. By this we came to the completion of chapter. With all this discussion, we came to an understanding that development goals of different people are different. In previous days, people used to think about material things. Today, people are also thinking about non-material things. Initially, comparison of countries was done with national income. It was replaced with per capita income. Now, comparison of countries is based on STA rankings by considering education, health and income levels. We also discussed about the role that is to be played by government in promoting health, education and income standards of people. Finally, we took Himachal Pradesh as an example of how countries and how countries like India can develop by taking examples from states like Himachal Pradesh and how we can promote education and health. Its infant mortality rate is better, its net attendance ratio is better, its literacy rate is better, it is better in most of the aspects, even though Haryana is above Himachal Pradesh in terms of GSDP, its SA ranking is well below Himachal Pradesh. This is all we have from ideas of development.